Hey guys, it's Jen, and today I'm so excited to share with you a video that is one that I personally really love watching on YouTube, and that is a bag collection video. I've never actually done this before. I feel a little uncomfortable like showing off my things, but like I said, I really enjoy these kinds of videos from other people, and I really appreciate hearing some of the stories behind people's bags. I just find it really fascinating. You can learn a little bit more about people's personalities that way. So I'm really excited to share with you some of my very favorite bags, the ones that have meant a lot to me in my life. I wanted to kick off this video with a really amazing partnership that I am so stoked about, and that is The RealReal. I'm sure you guys have heard about this website before. It's an authenticated luxury consignment store, and it has some really amazing things on it. And because of this opportunity, I got to purchase one of my most dream bags ever in my life. I'm so excited about it. Ben knows I have been wanting this bag literally for years, and I just never happened upon the perfect opportunity, the perfect bag, and I finally got my hands on all of the things that checked the marks, and that is, drumroll, this one right here. It is the Chanel boy bag in the size small. I am so in love. I'm so very excited about it. It is my most recent bag purchase, so I just got it, my brand new to me baby, and it's so amazing. I feel like it is the perfect size for my body. I'm a very short person. If you're like 5'5" and shorter, the small is a really great size just to wear every single day. And honestly, when you're making a really huge luxury purchase, at least in my opinion, I really like to be very conscientious of how frequently I'm going to use it. The more I pay, the more I want to use it, like all the time, so that I really get my money's worth out of it. Which is also why buying pre-owned goods is a really good thing to do. Maybe I haven't talked about this in a YouTube video before, but a large portion of my luxury handbags actually are pre-owned, and I'm a really big advocate for buying pre-owned goods. I mean, you can do this for luxury, you can do this for really anything, but I think that it's really good for the environment. It's really good to be conscientious about how you purchase things. Plus, it's also usually less expensive than buying something brand new, especially when it comes to the design realm. So I have an extra special place in my heart for previously owned luxury products, because in my head I feel like somebody else has loved it and now I get to love it, and so it's had twice the love. But I am just so adoring this. I feel like I got really lucky because the exact kind that I wanted happened to be available when I purchased mine. So I believe this is the calfskin leather, which is a smooth leather, but it also happens to be a little bit more durable than their lambskin. The lambskin from Chanel's boy bags is very soft, but it is also a little more prone to being damaged or scratched. So this is just a little bit more durable. I don't feel self-conscious just wearing it every single day and sort of tossing it around a little bit more. So to pair with the classic black color, which is my very favorite color for handbags, you'll see when I show you some of my other handbags, I'm kind of a very boring, basic girl when it comes to colors, because I like things that are going to match everything and also not show that it gets dirty if I wear it all the time. So I love that this is black. I love how the quilting looks with the smoother leather, and I also love the sort of antiqued silver hardware. I know Chanel has a specific term for it, like rumenthium. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong, so if you guys know, let me know down in the comments. But I do like that it is more of an edgy kind of look, and I don't actually have a black bag with silver hardware, so this gives me a lot of more styling choices in terms of wearing silver zippered or buckled clothing items. Some of my leather jackets have a lot of silver hardware on them, and also of course silver jewelry, which I wear quite frequently. So this is just the perfect perfect bag to pair with it. I also like that it's definitely a little bit more edgy than a lot of the other bags I own, and I wear sort of like an edgy style pretty frequently. It just felt like there was like a little missing gap in my purse wardrobe, and this is the perfect one to fill that gap. I love it so very, very much. Let me give you a little close-up. It has the crisscross quilting on the front and sort of this line shape on the outside. And then I also really love how the latch works in the front. You just squeeze it on the side and it opens up like that. So mine is lined with silver grosgrain fabric. It's actually a little bit more spacious than you would think. I can fit my cell phone, my keys, a lipstick, just a couple of really necessary things. And that's really about all I like to carry, because in terms of baby stuff, I carry around a diaper bag with me anyway. So for a handbag, I like to generally keep it on the smaller, more compact side. Also, this handle, it has a loop like this. So if you wanted to wear it shorter, you could wear it like this on the shoulder, or I like to wear it crossbody like that, and it just sort of hangs on the side of my hip. The next bag I wanted to talk about is from Gucci. I just talked about this bag on Instagram recently, so if you guys remember seeing that post, let me know down in the comments. But this is a bag that I actually just got, well, okay, recent to me. I feel like recent is different in different people's timelines, because some of my friends, I talk to them and I say I got this like 4 or 5 months ago, which for me is like brand new, but for them it's like, oh, that was like 3 bags ago. But anyway, for me, I got this recently when I went on my baby moon to honeymoon, and I was super shocked because I did not know this. Apparently there is an island discount for Gucci. So y'all, if you're going on vacation to Hawaii, hit up that Gucci store. There is a major discount, and I'm all about getting a nicer price on some of my favorite purses. So I wanted to get a backpack. I don't have a higher end, nice, fancy kind of backpack, and I really love wearing backpacks, especially when I don't want to carry a diaper bag in addition to my handbag. It just leaves a lot of space inside that I could carry so many things. I have a burp cloth in here right now. I mean, that's a little embarrassing, but it does fit quite a lot of things inside it. I wanted one where the size of it up here, like top to bottom, was a little on the shorter side, because again, I am very petite and I didn't want something that really overwhelmed my frame. So I felt like this particular bag, which is the Gucci Marmont backpack, was just a really perfect size. Not to mention this particular color, which is sort of like a dusty pink. They call it a pink. I would say it's a little bit more of a tan color. It's a really great neutral that would match like almost any outfit that I have. I don't have a lot of non-black bags, so predictable. So this is one that I feel extra special when I wear it, because it's not black and it's not just a shoulder bag, but I really adore it, and I've been starting to wear it a lot more recently, especially lately, because I don't always want to carry a big diaper bag. So this comes in handy. So this is the next bag I wanted to talk about, and again, it is also Gucci. I actually purchased it at the same time as I purchased that last backpack, but this is the Gucci Marmont. I believe this is in the small size, not the mini, the small. I thought I was going to get the medium when I went into the store, but I just felt like when I put it on my body, the small looked right. For a lot of bags, I feel like you might just dream about something, but until you put it on, until it's on your body, it's hard to really know if it's the right one. It's almost like Cinderella and the glass slipper. Like when she wears those glass slippers, it just slides on her foot. It is the perfect thing. But a lot of my bag purchases, I found that I liked it more until I put it on me. And some things it's just not right, you know, but that's just life. This one, I wasn't expecting to get a white/cream colored bag because I'm so nervous about something like this getting dirty, but I'm very happy to report that was absolutely not the case with this. This has been something that I've been wearing like crazy all through the summer months. I have been wearing this the most this summer. I just love it. I feel like it goes with so many of my outfits, and I at first thought it was going to be a white. I had to order it online because it wasn't available in the store. But the cream actually works with so many more things because it still looks nice with white, but it also looks nice with other lighter colors without looking too harsh. So it does have an antique gold hardware, and I love the detail of the little heart on the back. The story behind this one is kind of funny. I didn't go on my baby moon expecting to buy 2 bags. I'm so sorry, Ben. But the thing is, when I had Aria, I wanted to have a push present, something that would be really special to me, and I just didn't love anything. I looked at a lot of different bags. I even ordered a couple and returned them, and there was nothing that made my heart sing, as cheesy as that sounds. But when I tried on this bag, I just felt like it was the one. So even though I was already pregnant with Ezra at that point, I decided to purchase this as my push present for Aria. So that makes it even more special to me. The next bag I wanted to talk about is another one from Gucci. This is actually my last Gucci I'm gonna talk about. This is the Gucci Disco bag. I really love this one because I'm a fan of tassels, and I like that the entire zip around tab is a giant tassel. And I also like it because it has a nice, beautiful, sort of pebbled leather texture, which is very, very sturdy. So this is a little bit more of a casual bag. It has a crossbody strap, which you can adjust a little bit. I have it on the shortest hole because, again, I'm a shorty. I just like that it doesn't have anything too much. It's simple, but the size is actually so great for filling quite a lot of stuff in here. This is just my kicking it bag, like when I want to be a little more casual, or even if I dress a little more athletic or whatever, this is the bag that I go for. It has a canvas lining on the inside with a really nice, almost tweed-like texture, and it has 2 pockets, one on either side, and just a big space in the middle. Like I said, it fits a lot of stuff, and I also like that this bag isn't too heavy. I absolutely love this. I think I got it for my birthday like almost 2 years ago now. It very quickly became my everyday everything bag, and it still really is. I wear it all the time. My next bag I've actually had for quite a long time. I bought this back when I lived in Kansas. As I mentioned before, this is one of my previously owned Chanel's, and I love it. It's so beautiful. This is my go-to I'ma be a fancy lady and dress up evening handbag. It has a bunch of ruffles in the front. This is from Chanel, and then it also has the little Chanel logo on the little pull strap here. The top handle will open and close with the zipper, which I think is super cute. It just has ruffles all around on both sides, and I like that it's just like not your typical Chanel bag. It's a little bit different. It's extra girly. It has this champagne colored satin lining on the inside, and it's just a really simple clutch. But again, even though it's just basic black, I feel like the ruffles give it a little bit of extra special detail, and I really like the size of it. So when I wear it, it doesn't look too big or too small. Just a really cute bag. While I'm on my little Chanel kick, I guess, I wanted to share with you this one. This is, again, one of my very, very first luxury purse purchases, like ever. This, again, was back when I lived in Kansas. Maybe I bought this like 8 years ago. It's sort of a retro bag. This is a square-shaped Chanel bag. So I feel like this is a little bit more casual, but it is the more softer lambskin leather, which again is very delicate. I've definitely worn it in a little bit because I used it so very much, but I really like the shape and size of it. It just has one solid kind of strap around the top, and there's a pocket in the back here, and the classic little turn knob on the front where the CC is. This is actually leather lined on the inside, which you don't always see with all of the Chanel bags, but it also has like a little medallion CC pull on the inside here, and then a pocket on the opposite end. This means so much to me because, again, like I said, it was one of my very first Chanel purchases. Back when Haute Look first became a website, I used to buy stuff on there all the time, and I would share my code on my blog. And when somebody made their purchase, you know how you get a little bit of credit? This is how I bought this purse, because Haute Look back then, they did a sell, like a short sale with a website that was a luxury consignment store. I wonder if it was the real. That would be coming around full circle. It might have been. I'll have to go and look. Again, I didn't have the money or means to be able to buy a Chanel bag. I actually felt like back when I was growing up, I didn't think I would ever be able to own a Chanel bag. So the fact that I used my credits, and then I think I paid $400 on top of that, which for me was like so much money. I bought this, and when it came in, I had just hearts for eyes. I was so in love with it, and it still has that meaning for me because it just has that memory attached to it, you know? It was like my first really expensive, or expensive to me, Chanel handbag purchase feeling. Like I really felt like, oh, you know, my hard work I put into this, and this is what I got. So yeah, it's a cutie. And then this is my classic Chanel flap. I also bought it pre-owned, and it's the caviar leather. It's just a basic gold hardware classic bag. It has the double flap on the inside with black leather lining. Again, this was something that I purchased back before I moved to LA. It was in that same sort of time period where, you know, I got my first big girl job after graduating college. It was right after the recession, so it was really difficult to get a job back then. And so when I did, this was what I rewarded myself with. I know I could buy a new Chanel bag in the boutique that is the same thing, but I can't bear to part with this one. It just has those memories for me of being like a milestone purse. I feel like the classic Chanel flap in the medium large, which is what this size is, it's a really great size. It feels really good in your hand. It has the straps where you can wear it over your shoulder, down on one side like this. And I just really think that the beautiful gold hardware looks very gorgeous on the pebbled black leather. The next bag I wanted to talk about is this one right here. I feel kind of bad because this one definitely hasn't gotten some love in a little while, but my Balenciaga City Bag is a purse that I really, really loved back when I was in college and right after college. I just really, really wanted one. I took this on my trip to Korea about 6 years ago, and it's funny because this was my, you know, carry-on bag on the airplane. This was my purse that I carried around everywhere within Korea, and when I got there, everybody was wearing these Balenciaga City moto bags. I was like so overwhelmed because when you go to Asia, it seems like if there is a trend in terms of purses or fashion or whatever, everybody's wearing it. And I remember also going into the department stores and there would be knockoff purses. One place I went to while I was carrying this bag had 100 or so Balenciagas in all different colors, like Balenciagas. They weren't real. I mean, I don't think they would just have them out in the middle of this mass department store if they were real. But I just remember seeing that and feeling like it was really a culture shock experience for me because I didn't know that this was like the it bag in Korea at the time. But because it was, and because I had this, you know, it felt extra special to me. It has really good travel memories for me, this one. I would say this is quite a big size for me, but I used it again as a big kind of travel bag. It has like a crossbody strap that's extra reinforced so you can have it on your shoulder and carry a little bit extra weight. You can carry so much stuff in here. I don't have a lot of big bags, but as far as big bags go, this is the one that I use. Next one I wanted to talk about. This bag, I don't even think they make it anymore. This is the Louis Vuitton. It was like a PM. I'll have to look it up and let you guys know. I actually went on a trip to Paris Paris with a beauty company, and it was my very first time to Paris. Actually, it's the only time I've ever been to Paris, so it still holds a lot of special memories for me. But I went to Paris for the very first time, and we went to the flagship Louis Vuitton store there. And it's kind of like if you're in that very special position where it's like, I don't know the next time I'm going to be traveling halfway around the world to the flagship store of Louis Vuitton. I really felt like I should get something while I was there. I had my eye on the little like 25 Speedy, which is a smaller bag, but then I kind of wanted to splurge on something extra special, and this is what I got. Okay, now that I start talking about it, I'm like falling back in love with my bags, and I'm remembering, you know, why I was so excited to buy it in the first place. I have a thing for girly details, so these little pleats and everything, I just adore it. I love that it has a top handle strap, because if you're carrying a big bag, it makes it a little more comfortable versus just carrying it in your elbow. And it has the brown damier print. On the inside, look at how gorgeous that bright red suede kind of fabric is. I don't carry this much anymore because it is quite heavy, and I feel like within the last 5 years or so, small bags, you know, little crossbody mini bags have been very, very popular. But this will always be special to me as my very first Louis Vuitton purchase ever in my life. It was my very first time being in Paris and going to that flagship store. Just for the memories, I feel like even if they don't produce this bag anymore, even if the size is a little bit out of style, I just feel like I can't let go of it. It means a lot. Last but not least is another Louis Vuitton. This is the 25 Speedy in the Azur, which is like the bluer print. This was a purchase that I made because when I went to Paris and bought that last bigger purse, I debated so much between getting this one and that one, and I got the other one and I couldn't stop thinking about this bag, and I was like, oh, you know, I should have gotten it. Finally, I think it was for a birthday, Ben and I decided to go just straight up to the Louis Vuitton store here in LA, because it was like shortly after we moved here, and bought this. I felt amazing. I love this bag because it's so lightweight. It's super travel friendly. The way they even store it, I think when they're shipping it within the stores, you can fold the back down and it just flattens out like a pancake, which is actually really cool for being able to travel with it if you need to carry a bag that doesn't take up a lot of space and isn't too heavy. I just think it's such a cute classic design. I feel like Speedies are always going to come in and out of style. It's never going to leave completely. You can put so much in this thing. And because it's canvas and not just completely made out of leather or something, it's super, super duper lightweight. So it's definitely something you can just carry in the crook of your arm. It was the first time that I just wanted a bag and couldn't stop thinking about it and just sort of like walked into the store and bought it. Outside of my previously owned things and consignment store purchases, this was one of my first. I just went into the store and bought it purchases. It'll always mean a lot to me, kind of like the first time I like bought myself a car after I got a big girl job. Y'all know it's a big deal. So yeah, little Speedy, I don't wear you as much, but you will always have a really special place in my heart. So I guess that is about it for my purse collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to know, what was your first like big girl purse purchase? I don't know if everyone has one of those, but if you do, let me know that in the comments, because for me it was like such a big deal, and all of my purses are really special to me. I don't have like a bazillion million bags. These are just a few that I wear all the time, and they feel really special to me whenever I wear them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was kind of interesting for you guys to watch it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments. I might think about doing this with my shoe collection. Is that something you guys would want to see? If you do, again, leave a comment down below, and if you enjoy these types of videos, give me a thumbs up so I know to do more next time. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!